Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the solo sesh. Yeah. Where we always smoke the best. Videos that's gonna trend. We only known to show the best. Back with another one. Flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome. I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Back with another one. Flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome. I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Oppositions pose a threat. Step into who overstep. Busted like it's sober sex. She call me but I wrote a text. Say she has the golden neck, but backed about the show in depth. We talking about the crashing out, the baby mama lashing out. That drama you have at your house. I know you had them cameras out. Welcome to the solo sesh, where we always smoke the best. Videos that's gonna trend. We only known to show the best. Back with another one. Flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome. I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Back with another one. Flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome. I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. That kid that has the baddest mouth, jumping on his family's couch. I'm always somewhere under clouds. I saw that dude was cursing loud. Panda people drunk and foul, but buddy wasn't turning down. No face, no way, his knuckles out. He found out cause he fucked around. Cashing out 100,000, bragging about the money count. Fluffy, funky, skunky pounds. Funny how bitches eat me up like puppy chow. 100,000, I'm shitting on these rappers like a stomach bow. Welcome to the solo sesh, where we always smoke the best. Videos that's gonna trend. We only known to show the best. Back with another one. Flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome. I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Back with another one. Flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome. I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. You got Star God, your host. This the solo sesh. Back with another one, brother. Today we got a video on how Tiffany Henyard lost the war. Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, and current supervisor of Thornton Township, was not reelected to be mayor and will be forced to step down. She will be replaced by Jason House from the Democratic Party in less than a month. I don't have any real information on him to know if things will change under his watch or not, but he's the new one in charge of Dolton. So, meanwhile, Tiffany hasn't shown up to any Thornton Township Council meetings in months. Although she could be voted / forced out of her position for missing more than 5 of them, it doesn't really seem like she cares with just a few weeks until she's officially out of office. It seems that the other council members are just waiting it out. Now, if you haven't heard of Dolton, Illinois, it is a small village located in Cook County, Illinois, just south of Chicago. It only has a population of a bit of over 21,000, so if you're not familiar with these Chicago areas, this small town would have never crossed your radar. And if you haven't heard about Miss Tiffany Henyard, here's a quick rundown on Thornton Township supervisor and self-proclaimed super mayor of Dolton Village, Tiffany Henyard. Thornton Township, I would say, is like a county within a county where it represents 158,000 residents across 17 municipalities, along with unincorporated areas including Dolton Village. Tiffany was Dolton's youngest mayor when she was elected back in 2021 at 37 years of age. She was also the town's first female mayor. Prior to that, she served 2 terms as a mayor of the Dolton Village Board of Trustees from 2013 to 2021. Henyard won an election as a trustee in 2013 and 2017, and an election as mayor in 2021. She was appointed supervisor of the township in 2022. She's been on the move. Oh, that sounds really good on paper. But really, what has she really been up to? Like, there's numerous controversies, including allegations of financial mismanagement, where WGN Investigates reported that Henyard and her allies charged over $67,000 to township credit cards for out-of-town travel during a 5-month span in 2023. With additional $33,920 charged to the village taxpayers for the same trips. This lady is just taking village money, taking taxpayers' money, and she is having fun. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot hired as special investigator, found that Dolton had $5.6 million budget surplus in April 2022, but is now $3.6 million in debt. This lady did this shit all in the public eye. She spent $43,000 on Amazon in a single day in January 2023 without explanation to the board at all. Henyard also spent $85,000 on a party for the village while under investigation, including $50,000 for 1 hour of entertainment from 2 musical artists. She was the mayor and the supervisor of these areas, and that's crazy. She's accused of corruption, where FBI agents served 2 subpoenas at Dolton Village Hall to obtain personnel records back in April 19th of 24. Fraud, where the Illinois comptroller froze $135,000 in funding back in 2024 for the township village that had a multi-million-dollar surplus 2 years prior to her becoming mayor, and is now running millions of dollars in debt. This is ridiculous. I don't even know how to say this amount of corruption is crazy. There were allegations of SA by a council member to another former council member, female council member, under Tiffany's watch, and the alleged victim was let go of her trustee position shortly after she confronted the other council member. She has been into it with mostly all of the village boards of trustees. In early 2024, the Illinois Attorney General ordered her charity to stop soliciting donations. So she was ordered, her charity was ordered to stop taking donations. The FBI also interviewed witnesses and subpoenaed records related to Henyard's alleged corruption. Henyard is also under civil investigation by the Illinois Department of Human Rights and is a defendant in a number of lawsuits. Within her first year as mayor, the village board filed a lawsuit against Henyard, which alleged that she had a conflict of interest. In August of 2023, Henyard was accused of having locked the township assessor, a political adversary, out of the assessor's own office in an apparent act of retaliation, and that's where your conflict of interest comes in. She was accused of hiring a registered sex offender as a code enforcer for the village. She had her face on banners all over the township, on light poles, and she allegedly never paid for them. And if she would have paid for them, that bill would have been on taxpayer dollars. That's more proof of her misuse of funding. She literally got into a brawl at her council meeting months ago. Like, she really got in a fight alongside her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, against a popular activist visiting from out of town at the meeting. He was trying to, speak for the community, speak for the town. So, let's get to that video right here of that happening.
All those in favor say aye.
1 second, let me get the volume on here. All right.
Favor say aye. You gone.
He said, "You gone,
New
bitch."
developments in Thornton Township, where last night's board meeting turned into a brawl. It sparked after a comment from activist Jedediah Brown towards Supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
Our Darius Johnson is live in studio with us this morning to break down what happened last night. I mean, it was pretty crazy, Darius. And Henyard was not expected to be there initially.
She was not, yet she was. Essentially, nothing worked in her favor last night. The board all voted against her and residents started to speak their truth. But Henyard allies did not go down without a fight, literally. Take a look. That comment by activist Jedediah Brown led to a full-on brawl between him and Henyard's boyfriend, Kamal Woods. Punches were thrown, people climbed on tables, and even started kicking one another as Henyard allies started to jump in. Before this, Woods and William Moore, 2 township employees hired by Henyard, were placed on administrative leave as an investigation begins into their roles with the township. Henyard called this a personal move, yet their work has been questioned by the board and the community. This was the first meeting since trustee Stephanie Wiedemann filled a vacancy.
He looked like he got punched out
last week. With Wiedemann present, the board was finally able to approve the township's tax levy ordinance and insurance, ending the shutdown. Now, this move left residents thrilled about the progress moving forward and left Henyard fed up about being left out.
That's all we've been asking for. Accountability, transparency, doing the right thing. Thank you, and thank you.
But if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot's report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work, and I'm going to give away the rest of my time. Because
witnesses say Henyard ran toward the fight. It was unclear if she was trying to jump in, but she was thrown to the ground and lost her shoe. Again, all of this comes after former Mayor Lori Lightfoot delivered a scathing report to Dolton trustees, alleging a pattern of gross financial mismanagement by Henyard, who serves as the mayor of Dolton. Now, the investigation, ladies, also revealed similar findings into Thornton Township, where Henyard serves as the board supervisor there as well. Again, coming up at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear from Henyard, who essentially calls all of this political retaliation.
Yeah, so this lady is nuts. Dude did call her a bitch in front of her man, and I would say that's not the place to defend your woman from words. You all in the public eye. She is a mayor and a supervisor. For her to get up and do all of that clown work is ridiculous. She's not setting herself up to a high standard, and you can tell. There's no high standards for her. She's using the money and she's having fun. She was facing eviction for not paying her house rent for months, leaving her and her boyfriend with a combined income of over $300K a year behind over $5,000. That's just bullying, because she knew, as being mayor and supervisor of the township, she can have the police right there when she wanted. She could do whatever she wants. She can bully you as a renter, because she has the police force behind her back. It's disgusting behavior. I'm no face of morale, but this is definitely ridiculous. She has a long list that I can go on for days explaining her misconduct, but let's get into some of the consequences of her bad leadership and the misuse of taxpayer dollars. So she was taken off the supervisor ballot at the end of last year, around December, to be reelected. That's why she lost her position. She couldn't even get on the ballot. So I got a little vid on that.
Tomorrow, Tiffany Henyard and her supporters alleging voter suppression at the first township supervisor caucus in decades that kept her off the April ballot. Meanwhile, opponents say this is going to put the township back on track.
It wasn't fair, and it's obvious that it wasn't fair.
Thornton Township Food Assistance Program Manager and Henyard loyalist Keith Price says what happened last night wasn't just unfair, it was illegal, calling into question the vetting process for participants and claiming hundreds of Henyard supporters were left out in the cold.
Last night meeting, to me, was the biggest form of voter suppression I've ever seen in my life. It was a slap in the face of the voters that came out.
This was the first Democratic caucus for Thornton Township in 30 years, held in a packed auditorium in Homewood. Henyard herself on the auditorium floor, shouting down State Senator and Thornton Township Committeeman Napoleon Harris before he slams the gavel, announcing himself at the top of the Democratic ticket for supervisor. The crowd erupting in applause.
He's out of here. He's out of here. He's out of here.
It was the reaction of a groundswell of support against Tiffany Henyard.
Bert Odelson is Harris's attorney and the legislative counsel for the Dolton Board of Trustees. He says as township committeeman, Harris had the authority to hold a caucus instead of a primary.
Was this all done above board?
We went by the rules. We went by the state statute. Everything was done 100% according to the rules. You got support? Bring it. And he brought his, and she brought hers late.
Henyard in a Facebook post a few hours before the meeting saying the voice of the people is being denied.
They're creating voter suppression throughout Thornton Township, and most of the time, people just don't know.
We attempted to contact Supervisor Henyard multiple times for an interview but did not get a response. She can still be a write-in candidate for Thornton Township Supervisor and is on the ballot for Dolton Mayor in April. Meanwhile, there's a Thornton Township special meeting tomorrow.
Yeah. So with all of that going on, I'm not official with she's not gonna be a trustee board member anymore. I'm not official on that, but she is not going to be the mayor anymore. That is 100% sure. All right. Less than 2 weeks ago, her name was removed from the village hall before she was even officially being mayor. So I got that too.
Right now, outgoing Mayor Tiffany Henyard's name has been removed from a sign outside Village Hall in South Suburban Dolton. In its place, incoming Mayor Jason House's name, who easily defeated Henyard in February's Democratic primary and then won the April 1st general election. He'll take the oath of office May 5th. While Henyard's name has been removed from the sign, she remains listed as mayor on the village website.
So yeah, she still is the mayor, but she hasn't been reelected. I wouldn't have reelected her either. It just can't do that. In the past 3 weeks, FBI investigators have talked to several current and past Thornton Township employees about the financial spending during her tenure. So here's that coverage.
Joe and Erica, tonight, multiple sources confirm that federal agents have in fact ventured here into Thornton Township. And in the past 3 weeks, they have talked to several current and former employees of the township, all talking about the spending associated with Henyard's administration and her time as supervisor, a tenure which comes to an end in May.
Any further discussion? If not, call roll, please.
Tuesday night, Thornton Township trustees carry on official business without the lame duck supervisor, Tiffany Henyard. Despite Henyard's term coming to an end next month, she remains MIA for her position.
I can't remember when the last time was.
And over the weekend, Henyard did show her face to hand out food boxes to residents for the Easter holiday.
Thank you so much for loving on me. This is not the last of your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. I got bigger and better things coming.
CBS News Chicago, through multiple sources, confirmed the feds have come into Thornton Township. The FBI was already looking into Dolton finances spending, and now the probe, according to sources, have spilled over into the township where Henyard was appointed.
There's probably more gone than we think is gone.
Mary Avant is a newly elected trustee and will be sworn in next month. She's not at all surprised the feds are now widening the investigation to the township Henyard oversaw. What is your thoughts and concerns when you hear that federal agents are now talking to Thornton Township employees?
I'm actually pleased with it.
And remember that infamous township brawl when Henyard jumped in the middle? There's new fallout. The activist and his friend are now suing the township. The two fought with Henyard and her boyfriend, who was a township employee at the time. Tuesday night, the trustees voted to hire an attorney to represent the township.
At the time, she was a supervisor. She is the supervisor today. So once again, it's just to protect the township. You know, she still is, as of right now, part of the township.
So here in Thornton Township, when an elected official misses 5 consecutive meetings, they have the authority to somewhat remove and start the process, remove that person from office. However, because she only has 1 meeting left, Henyard that is, they're questioning as to whether or not it's even worth it at this point. But one thing that is moving forward, that federal probe where federal agents are currently talking to past and current employees. Reporting.
Yeah, so this is current news. This was a day ago. So she still got a battle, but she already lost the war. She's still getting beat down right now. She's still getting beat down. The town is fed up with her, and the trustees are moving on as fast as possible. With less than a month left on her tenure, hopefully we will see a shift in the way things are handled in Dolton with the new mayor, Jason House. But Tiffany is still appointed supervisor of Thornton Township right now, and as the chief executive officer of Thornton Township, she serves as the chair of the township's board of trustees, manages the general assistance program, and the township's department heads, employees, programs, and day-to-day operations. Her statutory duties also include serving as a treasurer for both the general assistance and road and bridge funds. It seems that she may be out of a job as the supervisor, but we'll see real soon. In conclusion, we as citizens need to pay close attention to our leadership in our cities, our counties, our states, because it starts there. The judges, the sheriffs, the supervisors, mayors, state reps, all our elected officials. While most of us are watching the presidents, the people under them are getting away with spending taxpayer dollars on their fancy trips and Michelin star chef meals, while bullying the community they represent and using the police force as their private security, while committing crimes against people themselves. You have to start at the root. You can't just go to the top of the tree and think everything is going to go the way it's supposed to. We got to get our cities back because they're getting ran down by the YNs. I used to be one. I ain't going to be no OG YN. I'm chilling now, y'all. It's back to the real basics of life, raising your kids, having some clean air to breathe. You feel me? But figure it out, because I'm here to give all the information that I got, and it starts at the root. I promise you. If you don't go to the root, you ain't going to get to the top of the tree. Star God.
Yeah, welcome to the solo sesh. Yeah, where we always smoke the best. Videos that's gonna trend. We only known to show the best. Back with another one, flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome, I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Back with another one, flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome, I stay in their mouth like bubble gum. Bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Oppositions pose a threat. Step into who overstep. Busted like it's over sex. She call me good, I wrote a text. Say she has the golden neck. We're back to about the show in depth. We talking about the crashing out the solo sesh, where we always smoke the best. Videos that's gonna trend, we only known to show the best. Back with another one, flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome, I stay in the mouth like bubblegum. Back with another one, flow hotter than summer fun. Troublesome, I stay in the mouth like